DIYers.
We back.
Really Indie Podcast.
Trizz.
No Trizz.
Yeah, this shit bumping. Yeah, this sound like some, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. It sound like gangsta shit pumping out the Alpine.
Yeah. That's nasty.
Pure as alkaline water, my shit sound fun. Hey, it sound like gangsta shit bumping out the Alpine. Yeah, I'm pure as alkaline.
What's good, DIY?
My shit sound fun. It sound like gangsta shit pumping out the Alpine. Pure as alkaline water, my shit sound fine. Smoking on the strongest to get high, I'm on cloud 9. Poured out my heart over this beat soon as I found time. Sometime I'm out of my mind, I'm finna lose it. Stressing over winning and shit, cause I hate losing. Alcohol is killing my liver, cause I abuse it. But life is a doozy, I hope y'all don't lose me. I ain't trying to kill myself, I'm trying to get through. Hustle hard, cause every day feel like the rent due. I'm still here despite all the shit that I've been through. I feel trapped despite all the places I've been to. I'm slipping cause I trip over myself. Independent, doing everything myself. Calculate my steps, I'm strategic without no help. I'm a champ without the belt, the realest you ever felt, yeah. It sound like gangsta shit pumping out the Alpine.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
Alkaline water, my shit sound fun. Hey, it sound like gangsta shit bumping out the Alpine. Yeah, I'm pure as alkaline water, my shit sound fun. I keep it on me cause I wanna feel protected. Like a condom for a bitch I'm having sex with. I'm on the edge, I'm the last you wanna mess with. I'm hell-bent, the last one to be tested.
Black art was
ready
good.
to die, shit, I'm Biggie resurrected. Life been getting hectic, feel like I got a death wish. In competition with myself, I'm feeling less than. Eyes bloodshot red, I guess I need some rest in. But every night I toss and turn, I can't sleep. All I do is think, and I can barely eat, I feel weak. Cause all I wanna do is drink. All I feel is pain, shit, it hurt when I blink. But when the beat drop, I feel so elated. The feeling I get's amazing, I feel like I can't be faded. I'm hard as the pavement, Mike Summers laced it. Trizz with the cadence to make it so entertaining. It sound like gangsta shit pumping out the Alpine.
Trizz, new Trizz. What?
Water, my shit sound fun. Hey, it sound like gangsta shit bumping out the Alpine. Yeah, I'm pure as alkaline water, my shit sound fun.
Yeah, bitch ass niggas.
Come on.
Yeah, my nigga Trizz from the IE. Los Angeles. Mike Summers. Smoke Dog. Got all my niggas up in here. Yeah. VP, BOC, BBP. Just like that.
Yeah,
That's how you feel? That's how you feel? That's how you feel?
Yes, sir.
We just have episode 2 4 months ago and you come back here like this?
I had to, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
How you been, Trizz?
I've been all right, man. What about yourself?
I can't call it, man. I you know, when I hit you and I was asking you, I seen you were getting ready to start promoting this record.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, first of all, we got to catch up because I got to see what you're working on, see what's going on. But second of all, I just kind of had to get an idea of, you know, what you got coming. And also, too, like, there's a lot of independent talk.
Yeah.
We haven't necessarily talked since when.
Sure.
And I feel like the whole world flipped on its side in the last month. It's crazy. It's only been a few weeks since all of that shit happened. But
Yeah, no, for sure.
man, let the first of all, but let me introduce. This is obviously the Really Indie Podcast.
Yeah.
Don't get used to a regular scheduled program because we really out here. We're really indie. We're really indie.
Really
so
indie, though.
when we come back to you with some news,
Yeah.
it's because we finally got a time where both me and his schedule are aligning.
Yeah.
But with that said, we got a few topics we want to talk about. The main one being album rollouts. Is right now you obviously are rolling out new music, but we got a few different things to talk about. Man, so tell me a little bit about this record that we just played right now, the
Okay,
Alpine.
so Alpine is the lead single off of the new album. I'm about to announce the name of the album next week, but as I told people, like the album is dropping in July.
Okay.
It's exclusively produced by Mike Summers. He produced the entire album,
Shout out
as
to
he
Mike
did the last album, Baseline Cavi. Feel me? And we just finished it, just wrapped everything up, getting videos shot, did all the photos and everything like that. So right now I'm just going on my press run and I'm letting everybody know that it's coming out because
This is happening.
independently I'm doing all this shit myself. Like,
So you said something on in a text message about this project that you were like, this is different for some kind of an independent reason. What was the independent reason on this one is different?
well, I have a distribution deal with Below System Records and our relationship is still good. Everything is all good. But this project I wanted to put out myself. Like, if people don't know, if y'all don't know, like, you can be independent and you can have a distribution deal. It's kind of like what Master P had, Priority.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? Like, he was still independent, but he needed somebody to push the record. And so, like, that's the same thing, like, with Nip and Atlantic, I think he was with. When
He had a partnership with a strategic partnership with Atlantic.
So it was the same situation with me and Below System Records. So this time, I'm literally putting this out myself.
This is you.
Like,
You funding it.
Yeah,
You
funding it, all that. I'm
getting
doing
all of that. You getting the
I
people
don't got
in
no
line.
advance or none of that shit. All that shit's coming out of my own pocket and Mike Summers' pocket as well.
Yeah.
You know, feel me?
So for those who don't know what some of those details are, right?
Yeah.
So when you're having a support of, of an entity that's able to support what you got going on, what does that look like for you independently? Like, how hands on are you with like the album artwork and all these different things?
Yeah, all that's me and Mike Summers. Like, we came up with the album artwork. We finally finalized it and everything.
Yeah.
And, shout out to TF. He was a big part of the album
Shout out to
artwork. Hell yeah. He came in and helped me with it. So yeah, it's like, it's very, it's difficult doing everything yourself because you got to do the artwork. You have to, the studio time, the video shoots, all that stuff is coming out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I'm independent though. Like, first, you feel what I'm saying? Whether I got a distribution deal or not, I'm always hands on with my own art.
Yeah.
So, doing all of that stuff myself, it wasn't like new to me, but it also, for like the last, I want to say 8 or 9 years, I've had a distribution deal. So I didn't have to reach out to the podcast and the people like, yo, I'm pushing this record. I need some help. I want to come through. I want to talk about it, this, that, and the third. I have to do all that shit myself this time. So
This time around, how are you on the scale? Are you like more excited? Are you more like overwhelmed?
I'm overwhelmed for sure. Yeah, like I'm oh man, like
He looked me dead in my soul and said, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Let me just let you know what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm super overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm going through a whole lot of stuff in my personal life, and it's all overwhelming, like my creativity. But as long as I put my foot forward and I keep God first and I pray and all that, everything is gonna work itself out. So,
yeah, well, I mean, these are the times where it's like it's something weird that happens to independent artists like us when it's go mode.
Yeah,
we're kind of able to put a lot of those emotions and those personal dealings kind of in the back burner.
Yeah.
And then we have to wait for our bodies to catch up and then like sit our ass down like, oh no, you sick. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens for me. Like usually I have to get some boomer shit. I gotta get my back pains and my neck pains and all this other shit. And if that doesn't happen, like then I'm gonna be out here working. But and it's crazy because it's like emotions be the last thing that catch up.
Yeah.
But this shit is especially I look at what we do, bro. Like you write your stories that are personal to you and you disclose all these personal stories. And it's funny because I remember at the Vibe one time, I couldn't tell if they was drunk. They might have been drunk. Yeah. Somebody at the Vibe in Riverside way back when it was a common ground. Yeah. They were like, you know what you got in common? I said, well, who? And they said, who you know who you got something in common with? I said, who? They said, a stripper. I'm like, don't nigga want to be told I got something in common with a stripper after I just got off the stage. And he's like, no, hear me out. Yeah. He was like, I need some more detail. He said, the same way that an exotic dancer goes on stage and like has to expresses themselves and also reveals parts of themselves that's not like comfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe certain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we literally get on stage and obviously it's a different way of revealing, But when he told me that, I was like, there's a lot of similarities because, bro, writing this kind of shit and you know something I noticed though about you, like as much as I feel like I know you, I feel like you do a good job of like teetering between. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of personal, but I'm gonna also keep it like I'm gonna zoom out so you can so it can be still relatable to a lot of people. Is that something that you do? Like do you do that consciously, or is you just kind of like this?
Yeah, I intentionally was doing that, and like with this album, that's what's so dope about this new album is like I let myself go. I admitted a whole lot of stuff. I got really emotional when I was writing this project. I admitted that I'm an addict. Like I'm addicted to alcohol. I'm an alcoholic and all of that. Like I came out and I put all that shit in the music, and I didn't want to at first. And that's only because I'm looking for help. You know what I'm saying? Like so
offering you this Uncle Niggas probably wasn't a good idea. I'm sorry.
I'm actually doing really well with it. You know what I mean? I'm actually like getting better at it, like actually facing my fears in like daily life. I'm actually not turning to the bottle like I once was. And I was going to rehab for a little bit, and during yeah, so
that's my first time hearing. This is my guy. That's my first time hearing all of this stuff.
Yeah, so but with this album, like I was able to, whenever I got like a brain fart or I got like, you know, writer's block, like when I decided to be honest with myself, I didn't have writer's block no more. It was like, nah, just tell the truth. Tell them what's going on, and that's what I did with this new album, and it felt really, really good. Like basically the album was my therapy because I tried therapy and all of that, and I need to go back, but I just didn't enjoy it, so I didn't like it.
Therapy got to find you at the right time too.
Right. Yeah.
Same way, like, you know, you could hear advice that you know on the surface is really, really good advice, but if you don't get that shit at the right timing, it plants a seed, and maybe you're ready for it, or maybe you're not. But the point I was making about just writing personally, man, and I'm glad to hear that you're able to funnel that through the music, is that we don't account for that too, how draining that shit is, just to like reveal everything about yourself and like leave it up for judgment. Like I you know, I ain't trying to rag on nobody that's a fan of yours. But I seen some shit that almost made me want to say something. Like I stay out of artists and fan business. I stay the fuck up out of that. But I seen some shit that I was like, this be the shit that I be talking about, where folks be overstepping boundaries.
I know what you're talking
about. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know, you know, just to kind of give a little context, I mean, I'm gonna let you disclose however much you want to, but Trizz had posted lyrics from a song, from his new song, and the person that took it literally and kind of jumped out the window and was like, "That's the reason why your music," and it's like, nigga.
He was on my ass, and it also was like. It was also a wake-up call because I was thinking to myself, like, because I did tweet that when I was faded. So, like, but when he tweeted that, was telling, basically, to give y'all context, he was basically saying, like, the lyric that I had posted, I said, like, y'all don't care now, but when I die, then y'all will appreciate it. And so, like, he had went in on me talking about some, oh, yeah, you tripping, like, if you died, I would be mad as fuck, and that the alcohol is fucking you up and all of that shit. He was going crazy. Like, he was cussing me out.
He jumped out.
And I had to tell him, like, bro, that's a song lyric. But at the same time, like, just wait for the album, bro. Just wait for the album. Like, it'll come, and any type of way you feel about me and my music, or how you feel like that I'm like that you're receiving my music right now, or receiving me as Trizz. You'll get an understanding of it when the album drops.
Just give me a second. Give me a second to articulate these thoughts. And then also, too, like, with the amount of wild shit people tweeting on a daily basis anyways, that's something crazy to be taken in a literal sense, especially knowing that you're an artist. But all that said, man, can I show you some new music?
Please.
Can I show you something I've been working on?
Yes.
It ain't, you know, I got to get an artist conversation. It ain't done or nothing like that. It's, you know, it's some light shit. So I've been working on a lot of new shit. This one was with the homie Kalen Ellis, and I sent this over to him. He gonna finish out the beat and all of this.
Okay, hell yeah.
But
let's
like,
hear it.
shit it's called AI.
I am not afraid of your A&I. Let them play, they can never fake another eye. I'm the revolution that they never televise. I don't care what you computing, cause it's ill-advised. You can try to type a prompt in that Time Romans font, but my nuance cannot be duplicated in your box. I grew up in the 90s on movies like RoboCop. I kinda know the plot, that's why I'm unorthodox. Stay up on my toes, and all you wanna see me stumble. But this fly keep evolving, I feel like I'm Seth Brundle. Silicon Valley, I see vultures trying to stick their claws in my culture. You can use your mid-journey to sculpt us, but we laughing at your ass cause you soulless. I am not afraid of your A&I. I got Kaylin Ellis, bitch, I'll never die. I am not afraid of your A&I, unless it's Allen Iverson on the baseline, run it back. I am not afraid of your A&I. I got Kaylin Ellis, bitch, I'll never die. I am not afraid of your A&I, unless it's Allen Iverson on the baseline, run it back. I am not afraid of your A&I. I build paper planes and I make them fly. It may not be impressive to the naked eye, but what's a chat GPT to an awakened mind? You see, Udio was cool, but then you cross the line, cause we all know the catalog you training burglarized. For those that think that AI is the answer, I hope you saw that cringe video on Canva. I think the prompt was Hamilton with break dancers. Bitch, that whole damn event should have been canceled. You see, the nuance is the chemo to their cancer. It's the pieces of the culture they can't handle. It's the reason why these vultures got no quality. The reason why they want your music in more quantities. They say the music business done, but that's not true. I'm still fighting for my art like it's bomb-proof. I'm still fighting for my heart, bitch, I'm John Q. I know a renaissance is coming, guess I'm on cue. You need to stop with the doomsday predictions, cause what is artificial to a real ass nigga? I am not afraid of your A&I. I got Kaylin Ellis, bitch, I'll never die. I am not afraid of your A&I, unless it's Allen Iverson on the baseline, run it back. I am not afraid of your A&I. I got Kaylin Ellis, bitch, I'll never die. I am not afraid of your A&I, unless it's Allen Iverson on the baseline, run it back.
Praise.
Come on. Thank you, bro.
That
Thank
production
you.
is nuts.
He's out of here. Yeah, Kaylin Ellis, let me tell you about Kaylin Ellis, bro. He operates in a whole nother time signature and all of that. But it's
crazy.
I've been telling him, I was like, bro, I definitely want to work with you. But as an artist, like I'm not even as a producer, it's crazy, bro. I've never been like this transparent about my production and my viewpoints. You know, you be your worst critic. Yeah. But as a producer, I'm like, bro, you can do everything that I can do and better.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, no.
So I just want to go in my artist bag and do this.
And then that to me, that sounded like different Curtis to me. That sounded like that was some funk right there.
Can I help you understand what's happening? All right, let me just say this name and I'm gonna get this out the way because this nigga's been on my head, but I'm grateful for it because this is somebody who Iman Amari.
Okay, word. Yeah. I seen that interview actually. I watched that. Baby was there when I watched it.
So interview was good. Like that was fire. All of that was dope, man. And we had conversations about working, but you just never know what it's gonna be, what somebody's schedule. I know he a busy man. I'm busy myself, but he was like, nigga, set a date. And I was like, all right, Wednesday. And so he gave me some records and he wanted to see what I was gonna do with it first. So this has been a journey I've been on with him. Like every Wednesday I link up with him. I wrote some shit and I delivered it in the normal Curtis King way.
Yeah.
You know what this nigga told me?
What did he say? Some constructive criticism?
Yes. Oh, you ready for this? You ready for this?
What did he say?
He told me, he was like, all right, do that take again, but a lot less preachy. He's like, I need a lot less Kurt Franklin. Kurt Franklin. And I think I might have just sat there in silence for a second like, bro, is this what everybody else been hearing? You know, the first time a producer or art, like an engineer is honest with you. Oh, yeah. When he said that, I was like, I get what he's saying is that sometimes it's hard to connect when you're like, I'm so used to rapping a certain way. I'm 39. I'm about to be 40 next year. I'm used to rapping a certain way. I'm always trying to evolve, but there's a comfortable rap pocket we all go into. And then every once in a while you meet somebody that challenges you. And he's the first person to say it and he ain't put no apologies on it. He was like,
bro, constructive criticism is tough. As an artist.
It's tough, especially when you thought you was doing that shit right.
Hold on, this
ain't
I
thought I was cooking.
Hold on, this ain't hard. Bro, I just went through that shit last night.
Yeah?
I was in the studio with the homies, and they was on me about changing a bar. And I just, it bothered me so much, and I'm just like, wait a
What
minute.
part of it bothered you though?
That they were serious. Like because at first I took it as a joke.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I was in the lab. Shout out to 211 TF and Bill. We were in the studio and we working on this record, and they were like, "Nah, just change this part." And I'm just like, nah, like to the point where I was like, nah, I didn't want to change it.
What's your brain telling you when you get that kind of criticism? Like what's the honest?
My brain is telling me to receive it honestly, like to receive it as a family, like basically like they're telling me this because we want to make the best we can make.
Sure.
But like what I was speaking was like, y'all are tripping. This shit is tight. Like, and they're like, it's tight, but like we need you to change
need you to
this.
do this. Yeah.
So yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, getting that constructive. But when you get it from somebody who is talented or somebody who is like
makes all the difference.
Seasoned, it makes a lot more difference.
Because there'd be a lot of folks, especially in the internet space, like shout out to my DIYers that that they do it in a good way. But there's always some new person that pops into your live stream and they like, less this and more that, and I'm like, I gotta validate your music first. Because what if you giving me instructions that sound like you and I don't like what you sound like?
Yeah.
Not even from an arrogant place. It's just like, nah. And my thing also too is like, I trust my process, and I know that eventually I'll get there. But I do know also that the best music is usually a collaborative process.
For sure. And sometimes that collaborative process may involve, doing some surgery, doing some, okay, no, we're going to take this out. We're going to put this back in. We're going to do this, that, and the third. And like, you just got to respect it. It's like, all right, for sure, I got you.
Bar by bar. We was over Zoom too. He wasn't even in the same studio. Over Zoom, he was like, nah, I don't believe you.
Oh, shit.
Mind you, this is probably the first time I'm being talked to like this since like the beginning when I had, like for instance, like the homie THX, when he would kind of give me input about he's like, the beat's hard, but you got terrible sound selection.
Oh, damn.
Just like it's just, you got to be around. Like, I think you got to build that tough skin. And if you're lucky to be around people that are going to be honest with you, always talking to the homie Epic about this, is that is like the best medicine early on. And
For sure.
But the thing about it is that when you establish a platform, when folks know you as Trizz, the independent artist, it's like a lot of folks don't want to step over that boundary.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they probably want to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he said it all. This nigga said, he said, yeah, less Kirk Franklin on this one.
Hey, but
I remembered it.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna resonate.
Oh, that's the reason why this song sounds so different. Is that now? One thing I'm being conscious of, I put it in autopilot, bro. Where I was like, put me over a beat, I know what to do with this shit. Like I know how to deliver this shit.
For sure.
But I was paying attention to bars and delivery, and he was like, "Man, but you're missing the most important ingredient for a listener, which is like, what you're saying is important, obviously, but how you're saying it.
Word, yeah.
If you're not delivering in a way that's like." If you deliver in a way that's like, this nigga go ahead, this nigga go preaching to me
again, yeah.
It's different. It's different. But yeah, man. So we've both been going through some transitions right now.
Yeah, bro. It's tough.
We didn't get an opportunity to talk about it, but I think this is a good time because it does trickle down into the independent space.
For sure.
What's your zoomed out points of views on this Kendrick versus Drake situation that feels like every day something new starting to happen again?
Yeah, like that. It was. I will say I have a couple of things to say about it. One, it was refreshing. It was like, okay, now we have two people that's really like, they're really going at it. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
But then a lot of it started to become entertainment, and then that's when I don't really enjoy it anymore. Like when it starts to become, we're doing this to get shock value.
Yeah,
I don't enjoy it, but
same.
Kendrick, he seemed honest because we don't get Kendrick a lot. So like for him to step outside and be like, oh, okay, for sure, that's what you want, or watch this.
That's what we were just talking about. We probably ain't gonna get no album for another 14 years. He gave us all this back-to-back music.
Yeah, it was like, damn, like, okay, are you doing this for shock value after the first two joints?
Yeah.
But then when he came out with Not Like Us, it gave us, to me, it was like, oh my God, the West Coast can breathe again. Like, it was like, y'all better recognize.
That's interesting because you know what, bro, I always hold you up as an artist that I don't care what the climate was.
Yeah.
You was like, no matter what sounds you see me diving into, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think the only equivalent I can give, and y'all are two completely different human beings. Y'all are two different artists, all that. Yeah. But as a producer, Jansport J has always been a sample base. Straight
up.
He like, I don't care what's going on out here. I don't care who's trapping. I don't care none of that. I'm gonna do my sample bass, oohs and ah choirs and all of that shit behind these drums. And those were the same drums that landed him on Nas albums and all of this. So I look at you and I'm like, the Trizz I knew that was in his early 20s with the ski mask over at Aladdin Junior's in Pomona is like, you know, I think you as a man, you've matured so much, but I think that as an artist, you've always stuck to your guns when it came to the sound. You evolved the sound, but you're like, I'm a West Coast artist.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not ashamed of that.
Nah, I always wanted to give people me. Like I never wanted to try to be what was cracking or whatever.
It's too easy. It's easy to fall for that trap too, though.
It's too easy. And then like with that comes, oh, you old school. Oh, you so 90s. Oh, you this, that, and the third. It's just like, well, this is what I enjoy. So if you don't enjoy it, then I feel you. Go there. They have other people that's making music, so go listen to that. But when you get over here, this is what you're gonna hear.
How do you stick to your guns so strongly though? Because I know that you have been around a lot of influential people, a lot of influential artists who are like, man, but if you just did this,
oh yeah, for sure,
you'd be out of here.
Yeah, I just really I always want to be honest with myself, and I like what feels good. Like on the way up here, like she told me, she was like, all you listen to is gangster shit, and it's just like, nigga, I'm trying to hear some gangster shit. Right. Yeah, like she's like, that's all you listen to, and it's just like that's just what I enjoy, that's what I like, and I just. If it feels good, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. If as soon as it starts to feel uncomfortable, other than like trying to like
grow and whatnot,
grow and stuff, I'm doing that.
I hear you on that. I'm definitely in another uncomfortable phase, but like uncomfortable in a way where I think my uncomfortability, and I'm gonna bring this back to the whole battle, but my uncomfortability has been, I'm going to do something that's going to make a listener out there say, I never would have thought, but that's uncomfortable for them.
For them.
Not always for me.
Yeah.
So when you get me in an uncomfortable place, I know that I'm going to go through a process that requires me to dig deep, because Iman is like, man, like he ain't said, but he's like, I don't want to hear all that positive shit. Like, bro, give me the full story of who Curtis King is and who Dewan is. Fuck Curtis King. And like, so, but I bring this all back because I'm like, damn, how crazy is it that everybody kept saying how, you know, dated the West Coast sound is, and how like certain artists like, you know, even Draco the Ruler when he was out here, and how regional the sound is. You know, shout out to his brother Ralphie the Plug. How a lot of folks will talk about artists out here and say that it's only a regional thing and won't get love on the radio out on the East Coast. How crazy is it now that not only did it come in the form of a diss song, but it's a mustard beat, and he's rapping the way he's rapping, especially when he start powering up. I'm sending up that pot. I'm like, I've heard that in different artists. I've heard those moments in different artists. How does it feel to like, you stuck to your guns, and now that's a sound that people are out here searching for?
Because like I always looked at it like this, like the West Coast is so timeless, and so like when we finally do get that hit song, or when we get like the forefront of the industry, it's everlasting. You know what I'm saying? Like there's you know, you got Atlanta that comes out with amazing music and stuff like that, and you got the South, Texas and so forth. But like when we do it, it's like they said that Not Like Us did 200 million streams. You feel me? Like that was the fastest growing hip hop song ever. It's like when we do it, when we finally nail it and we hit the nail, because even when Kendrick had dropped his album, it was a whole lot of mixed reviews and stuff like
Mr.
that.
Morale.
Right. You know what I mean? We don't always hit our target, but when we hit that target, it hits. It's like, damn, these niggas can't be fucked with.
You know what I'm thinking though now, in retrospect after that whole battle, I don't know if necessarily that was target shooting for Mr. Morale. I think Mr. Morale was, let me hash out all my demons. So that when I put myself in this arena where I don't know what the competitor's going to do, because he didn't know Drake was going to operate this way that he did in this battle. Which I'm like, I look at it, I'm not even a Drake fan, and I'm disappointed. Because I seen what he did to Meek Mill. So I'm looking at this like,
Yeah.
You know, lyrically, I don't ever think that's a question. I think Kendrick is always superior.
For sure.
But I'm like, you never know. He got the popular vote on his side.
He does.
But to see him run out of gas in the end, and he's like,
yeah,
you know, displaying all that beige rage, as I call it, it was disappointing. But I look at this and I'm like, I think Mr. Morale was him saying, I'm going to say all the things that somebody could say against me in a battle that could be possibly damaging. They're not really damaging things, but I'm going to say that, and I'm going to get that. I'm going to purge that out of my system so that when we go here,
oh, then it's time.
don't tell no lies about me.
Yeah, straight up.
Because then I won't tell no truths about you.
Straight
I feel
up.
like he gave. So maybe that was the target. Was like maybe the target was never necessarily outward, but it was inward.
Yeah. And I think it's dope. When this is what made me say that Kendrick won. Drake's last diss was all defense. When you have to go on record, when you like, okay, damn, I gotta defend what this nigga's talking about. Like that,
You lost.
I was
You
like, oh,
lost.
this nigga lost.
You
Yeah,
lost.
straight up. Because a battle record and a diss record is supposed to be shots.
Yeah.
Like Drake's last record was him defending himself, and I was like, oh, damn, you lost. And it's cool.
Trizz, I will never in my lifetime forget the turn of events from drop. Come on, Kendrick, you scared?
Yeah.
Taylor made. You scared, Kendrick? Where you at,
Where
Kendrick?
you at? Where you
Come
at?
on, you wanted this.
And
he
woke
went
him up.
You did.
You poked the bear. You kept doing this.
Hold on. And then 5 minutes later, he said, you got 10 songs? You got this shit burnt out. You get burnt the fuck out.
Like, nigga, you kept calling my house. Nigga, I finally pick up the phone now. It's a problem now.
That was a problem.
Nah, fuck out of here. Nah.
I'm going to say, I think, because I want to get your opinion on what song you thought was the best one in the back and forth. I give you a line that I think that everybody, you know, there's lines I find myself just randomly saying, but the line that gets me that I said, I don't care who it is, that's a terrifying fucking line.
Yeah.
How many stocks do I really got in stock? This nigga starts counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5.
Yeah. What?
I don't even got to know what you talking about. I don't even know. I don't even know what you got to talk about when you say stocks. I don't got to know none of that.
Yeah.
What you mean you got 10 ready?
10 ready. What are y'all talking about? What are we trying to do? And he already, like, I love Kendrick's strategy and the whole shit in the art of war.
What about him?
He was like, okay, boom, I'm finna drop this. I got this over here. So when he go, all right, for sure. Once you play your card, all right, bet. Here you go. You feel me?
He
it was like he
didn't
played
waste
the
no time.
reverse card immediately.
The
that nigga was
Uno.
playing Uno.
The whole-
That nigga played reverse. As soon as this nigga laid his card down, he played reverse 2 times though. This nigga was coming back. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, y'all can't. You lost.
Like I was listening. Sure. I was listening to Euphoria because now I can enjoy it, not necessarily from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah.
I can enjoy it just for the art that it is. And I was listening to Euphoria, and I was like, he rebutted every single thing that was said.
Yeah.
Just to show you how much of a student he is.
Yeah.
He even says like the line "push up" in Euphoria. So he's like, I'm not letting no stone be left unturned.
Yeah, here you go.
By the time I'm done with this. There would be no question about it. And I mean, I heard Rhapsody saying it, all the different styles that he fed him.
Yeah.
It just shows you who's the student of the game and who has got to a point where, and I don't doubt that Drake is a talented artist himself, but I do think that he got comfortable. And I think he got comfortable with, you mean to pass that along?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. I do think.
Oh, she good. She good.
Okay.
I thought she was good.
No.
Go ahead.
I do think he got comfortable with his new way of operating music. Like, I don't know if I could. I know I couldn't, bro. I wonder. I wonder about you. Like, I could never put myself in a situation where I'm so successful. I have so many things pulling at my time. That I no longer want to take time to write my music.
Oh, word. Straight up. I don't understand that either. Like, I'ma always love the game. And I think that's what separates somebody who, like, really, again, has love for the game versus somebody who's in it to win it. Like, we all in it to win it, but I will never sacrifice my pen.
Yeah.
I'll never sacrifice
I love
my
it too
pen.
much, and maybe to a fault sometimes, but shit, I love the shit too much to where it's like, I don't know what it feels like to be like if my life becomes, because I've seen it before when my YouTube took off, when my life becomes so preoccupied with everything else outside of being creative or doing music, I become fucking miserable.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I don't care how much money I'm making. Sure. I'm looking at, like, I had periods in my YouTube where shit was going crazy, and I'm like, I haven't worked on a beat. I feel terrible. I haven't worked on a song. I feel terrible.
Yeah, because you love it.
That's what I came here to do.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Man, what was your bet? What do you think was the best song back and forth from?
The best one to me.
Or you find yourself going back and forth to?
Oh, it's Not Like Us.
Not Like Us.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, and then because it's not only a great battle record, it's also something that can be played anywhere.
It's just a record.
It's a record. Like I know this is kind of like. It's not really the same situation, but it's kind of like Hit 'Em Up. Like Hit 'Em Up come on in the club and they like, nigga, what? That's why I fucked your bitch. Like that. It's like, damn, this shit bumping. Like, you know what I mean?
When you really think about that, Pac couldn't wait for the drums to drop to get that shit off.
Bro, like. And
how mad was you, Pac?
Right, man, for real. And like I felt like Drake and Kendrick got very, very disrespectful in terms of like if it were me, I would have stopped the music a long time ago. Like as soon as you start bringing up my wife and all of that shit, like that's what I like. Diss records and shit like that. It's like fun and games, but as soon as it starts to get personal, you bringing up kids and all of that type of shit, then like I'm gonna see you.
Nigga diss me. You know that. You know that.
For real? Oh, I think I seen you talk about that. Don't entertain that stupid shit.
I got good friends. I got good friends because bad friends will be like, man, you need to say something back. If anything, at this stage, like I look at a few different things, bro. I look at it like you're right. There's certain things that you say, and I don't think people understood, especially not Drake fans. There's certain things that when you cross the line, especially you talk about West Coast politics, gang politics, LA politics, street politics.
That's serious.
The moment you cross that line, you give me permission to violate you.
Exactly.
There's no more rules.
Exactly.
It's no more rules.
And that's how I look at that.
And however I choose to violate you,
period,
is my choice.
Yeah.
And so in that situation, that's what happened. That's why people are like, man, that's messed up. He made him a PDF file, what they call a PDF file song. But it's like the moment you start bringing in his manager and you talking about he beating his wife and all of this stuff, and I was like,
all bets are off.
But I got this dumbass theory that I feel like he was so unfocused throughout this whole thing because I told my audience the other night, I said, how silly does it look like that he was spending time dissing A$AP Rocky and Future and all these other people. And I'm like, do you understand who's pointing at you right now?
Exactly.
And got a gun pointed right to you. But now I look at it and I'm like, it's that being that unfocused, I think was part of the demise. And man,
I don't play with
I don't play with that.
I don't think diss records are I don't think they're a game. You know what I mean? Like if we ever get to that point, then it's like, okay, let's literally keep it music, bro. Because I have a line that I won't cross. I'm not gonna talk about your sick mom. I'm not gonna talk about your wife or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But as soon as you cross that line, just know that whatever response it is, you have. That's all.
And you should know that as soon as you cross that line.
Period.
So you shouldn't want to cross that line.
And I think the most creative battle records are the ones that didn't have to hit below the belt. Those are the best ones to me. You feel me? Like No Vaseline and shit is tight. Hit 'Em Up is tight, but they hit below the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if you could do that without hitting below the belt, you really dope.
But see, and it's funny because Niles just said it. My guy Niles said, I'm super curious what the battle looks like if Drake doesn't mention K-Dot's family. We'll never know. Well, to me, that would have to be a few factors in play. Right. One, Drake would have to be somebody who's culturally sensitive to these things and understands that, no, like this is not what you experienced when you went to the battle rap leagues, where like there's a certain protocol, there's a certain unspoken agreement in this that in between these parameters, we are gonna do this. We're gonna say whatever we're gonna say. But after this, like, it is what it is. But it's like, I don't think he understands it. I think he just thought, you're trying to embarrass me, and so I'm going to try to embarrass you. But he, man, you know.
Kept, like we were saying, like, he kept poking the bear, though.
The bear.
You was posting on Instagram. You took it to social media. You kept going. And then eventually, obviously, he's going to be like, all right, for sure. This is what you want. I'm going to give it to you. Full-fledged.
He begged for it.
Yeah.
And now he can't get away from it.
Yeah, straight up.
Because that song... I seen it played at bar mitzvahs.
Bro.
I seen it.
Bro,
wait, why? Tell me why company man Justin Hunt sent me a version of Not Like Us, but somebody AI'd it with Taylor Swift.
Bro,
I'm telling you, I be in the most random places and I hear that song. I be like, what the fuck?
Why
is it playing here?
Why here?
Bro,
You know it's a rap when you hear a Kenny G jazz version of Not Like Us. 'Cause
Bro.
you know what's coming. You know that shit coming.
I'm telling you. Like, I know Kendrick is sitting up in his crib like, yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the big dog though, the biggest nigga in the game. You take out the biggest nigga in the game,
and then don't pop out. Don't show face the entire time. Not one time he didn't do no videos,
no
interviews. Cause you know most niggas will pop out and be like, I need my parade. I need my parade for what I just
Sometimes
did.
You gotta pop out and show niggas.
That's the one thing he didn't do. He was like, no, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that shit just simmer. And by the time the shit dies down, cause every record goes through that phase. Let's do a video.
Yeah, straight up.
Let's do a Black Hippie remix.
Yeah.
Let's put Snoop on a remix. Let's put YG on a remix. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a video directed by Calmatic.
Yeah.
Just something that
when
shows.
When I seen people dancing to it, I was like,
my God.
it's over with, bro.
You were supposed to do that.
You were supposed to.
You were supposed to do that.
He showed you, like, nigga, I'm that.
I could do that if I wanted to.
I'm that.
I just chose to do this other music because this is my passion.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to the topic at hand that I know a lot of folks wanted to come here. I want to get to a lot of these topics that you put here. I just seen one. I was like, man, okay, if you want to talk about all that, we talk about it. But
we can get to it.
One thing I want to talk about first and foremost is since you're releasing a new album, you're getting ready to do this in preparation. A lot of folks ask me about like sort of a plan for rolling out the album. What's kind of your philosophy when you're approaching that? When you're thinking of a rollout, when you're preparing yourself to release your album to your audience?
Well, first, I know that I have to stay in these people's faces. Like consistency with social media. First of all, social media is the mecca for promoting right now. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to stay in their faces and I try to keep their mind on my album. So like whether it be photos, whether it be like, you know, quick little call to actions, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got this coming. You know what I'm saying? I post a lot right now. A lot of people look at my page and they'll see a lot of lowriders. They'll see a lot of palm trees. They'll see a lot of 40s. Like they see like, okay, this is what he's on. So my mission, being that I'm doing it myself, is that like I need to keep their eyes glued to what I'm doing. So boom, the single. I'm on the single. That's all I'm focused on my social media right now. Is the single because I'm the only one pushing it.
Right. For those who don't understand, like how many different angles are you promoting that single from? Like, what does that look like? Because some people, all they know is, you know, the fucking screenshot of the QuickTime Apple on their phone, and then that's it. That's all I got for you.
So I did a commercial, and I was so happy to see somebody comment like, I ain't seen an artist drop a commercial ever.
In a minute.
So my plan, I wanted to do something that was different than other people the other artists.
Right.
So I did a commercial. So like I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna go. I've called the homie with the lowrider. We went to the liquor store. I bought me a 40 ounce. I put it in a brown paper bag, and I walked out. As I'm walking out, like they showing the palm trees, like the West Coast vibe and shit like that. I jump in a lowrider, I pull off, and then there's a overlay of my vocals saying Alpine out right now, go get it on all streaming platforms. Like that.
So that's just one direct commercial. That's one piece of content.
One piece of content. So then another piece of content that I have is I took a bunch of photos, so I can run all these different photos on my social media promoting the record. Oh, in front of the lowrider, Alpine out right now, boom. And then like it looks like like I said, this is the only thing that I'm focusing on. So commercial,
photo shoot,
video shoot. The video's still coming. That's like the bomb. That's when I'm like, okay, boom, I dropped that. Then I'm finna go into the next single.
For the how linked up are the photos to the actual video shoot, or are they like separate?
Oh, they separate. That's another thing I was gonna say. Like you're not gonna see these photos and then they're gonna relate, or they're gonna look like they came from the video shoot.
Because it's like it's a promo for the music video at that point. Then
I wanted it to all be different. Call to actions, interviews, everything. Like all of the shit that makes the person. Like, I need to keep telling y'all like the single is out. I got people that's around me that never heard the song before, so you have to assume that nobody heard it. That's how I look at it. So every day I'm trying to come up. I have a whiteboard at my crib.
You always talk about that whiteboard.
You feel me? and I write down a whole bunch of shit
Yeah.
that I need to do to promote this single. Because again, we independent.
Yeah.
And the only
So
person
it falls on us.
and it falls on us, and the only person that care about that single is you.
Mm-hmm.
So like those are the ways that I do it. So to run back through it again, I did the commercial. I do a whole lot of photos. I do
shoots.
call to action.
Call to
You
action.
have to do call to action. I also promote my stats. That's another thing.
It's an indirect way to kind of show what you got going on, right?
Yes, I always do. I always promote my stats. Like, like let's say I just got 10,000 streams within the first week. Yo, check this out. Boom, like we going crazy. Feel me? This all independent. This all me. No machine behind me. I don't got no record label. No this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Feel me? You just gotta always let people know, that you
How that's
pushing.
gonna
You know what I
happen.
mean? Let them know you involved.
See, that's the dope thing about when you hear other folks roll out, you realize how much stuff you have in common. Like for when I was doing home movies, I like to start off with written text. I like to start off with tweets that kind of set almost a tone and an expectation about what you're gonna be saying from the lyrics. Even when the content that I'm doing for like the YouTube, I'll do pieces of content that are purposely nostalgic. Maybe I'm talking more about physical media, and then what it's doing in the process is attracting people who have, you know what I mean, like positive thoughts about physical media. But when it comes to a project, man, that's my favorite thing. Is first, if I get the graphic design taken care of, if I get the colorway, literally everything that I do up into the font, the colorway, the CD doesn't have to. The artwork doesn't have to be done. But when I get the colorway and I get that font, I'm changing everything along the way. Every single lyric video that you see, I've been running that play too. With when the project actually drops, that's one thing that's been a big difference for me is that I used to do. You know me, bro. I used to do hella pre promo. Yeah. What I've been doing now is with folks have. Like shout out my last manager, Salas, used to tell me to do this all the time. Salas used to always say, like, man, you put so much weight. You put so much weight on the beginning of this of the campaign, but by the time the album drop, you run out of steam. Yeah. So what I've been doing is I set the tone with some tweets continuously. I even do like the way I look at when you're doing the photos, to me, it's like setting up a mood board. And so what I'll do is I'll set up like clips, like old blockbuster movie clips, since the project's called Home Movies. I'll maybe even show some nostalgic photos. I'm just putting you in that headspace. I'll ask questions that are genuine questions, but that set the tone for like, damn, he talks about that in the lyrics because it's all one seamless conversation. But what I started doing, bro, because of you too, you talked to me and you gave me a perspective. You was like, nigga, you put out a lot of content. Yeah. And I was like,
and I look up to that.
But hear me out. I was looking at that shit like, I look at the people that I look like, for instance, like a Russell, who like fucking endless amounts of content.
I haven't got a chance to meet him,
but him or even just folks like Gary Vee, like those are the folks that I'm looking at when it comes to the content space. So when I'm comparing myself, I'm thinking I'm like undershooting the target.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when I heard that when you were at the show, when we did the show here, and you were like, nigga, you put out a lot of fucking content. I didn't even want to challenge you. I was like, am I? And I kid you not, bro, that's when I took a break.
Really?
I took a break.
Oh.
You don't even know that. I took a break.
Man.
I put these two couches together, put the fucking projector up here, and I just started watching YouTube videos, Netflix movie, because I was like, nigga, I'm tired. Yeah. But it took the homie telling me, like, you're doing a fucking lot. Yeah. Before I realized, like, oh, that's why my body aching. That's why my head hurt. That's why my neck hurt. Because when you're in that mode, you're not I'm not thinking about like, how it's making me feel. But you told me that, and it was something that opened my eyes to where it was like, am I overshooting the target? And also, am I trying to operate my business in a way that requires a team? Because it's me. It's me doing the editing. It's me doing the video and all of that. So I say all that to say that now I have such a more controllable pace that I'm not showing up for content if it's not a call to action.
Oh, I feel you.
I'm not showing up to content if there's not some kind like I'm not like for me I'm not gonna do like I've done it so much in my career. I'm not finna tease you. Yeah. Like if I got some shit for you,
then I'll sure.
Here's I set up ManyChat where you talking about say like comment a magnifying glass if you want this song. I set that shit with automation with ManyChat, and that shit makes sure that every time I do content, I should start seeing my Bandcamp running up some numbers. Yeah. Right? Whether it's plays, whether it's purchases. email opt-ins, like that should happen. But it feels better, and I thank you for that, because it was like I needed to get an honest POV from the outside looking in, from somebody that I look at it like, you always fucking working. What you mean nigga, you be putting out a lot of shit. I'm like, what?
Like, damn, nigga, yo. You don't be playing. Nah, I mean, I'm an observer, and you one of the people that I look up to. So, like, whenever I see your shit, and it's very professional, which I try to preach to a lot of up and coming artists. I'm like, you can't go to my page. You don't see no cell phone photos. It's all
everything
HD.
is all.
It's all like, and to like the average viewer, when they go to my page or they go to anybody's page, like, you may not know it, but there's so many pages that you go to that you click right out of, and not even knowing, like the person don't know the perception of a person that's going to their page.
Good point.
Feel me? A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
My page is far from an eyesore. I do not post memes on my page. I don't post memes on my story.
Please talk about this, because people don't understand. I think some of the homies may be thinking like I'm being like picky about my shit, and I am picky about my shit, but they think it's picky for like no good reason. Like, oh, you don't want to share this. Like, the last thing I want to share on my page is a fucking flyer. With a bunch of text.
Bro, oh my! I tried to explain that to Shorty the other day.
What was the explanation?
So there was this post. I was in the studio, and my homegirl, she was singing or whatever. I got the homegirl Mila on my album, and she's going crazy or whatever. And she posted it, but she had tagged some of the people that was involved. And like, I was trying to explain to Shorty, I'm like, yo, like, I want to repost it, but there's too many texts on the shit, and it's an eyesore, and she didn't understand it. And like, I had to explain to her, it's not because I don't want to share it.
Right.
It has a lot to do with the eyesore of the post. That's why I don't repost when people repost me. I think that is so unprofessional. Like, let's say if I post my shit, right, and then Curtis can't repost it, I'm not going to repost your repost. That is so stupid.
It starts looking like it
gets shorter.
Those mirror. Yeah. Then it's almost like, are you? And it's funny because I've done that, but and I feel a certain way where I'm like, damn, am I trying? Like, I want to show them that I acknowledge that they're supporting me.
I do,
but am I trying to show other people how much support I get by showing the support I get?
Yeah.
And if I do that, this is how deep it gets. If I do that, am I showing how very little support I get by showing how much support I get?
Exactly. And then
it's a new thing.
I look at it from a perspective of a person who views stories.
Yeah.
Because when I go to somebody's page and I see a bunch of dots, I see a whole bunch of stories, I'm not going to watch it. So if you ever think that you're gonna post all these stories and all these, why do you think when you look at your story and you look at the viewers, your latest post, even if it was 24 hours ago, it has the least amount of views because people get tired of it. I have a rule when it comes to stories.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see more than 3 stories on my page.
Damn.
Straight up.
Yeah.
The most you'll see is 4. Right now, if you go to my shit, it's 2.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Straight up.
Why does this shit piss you off, Trizz?
Because
no. Let me tell you. No, I ain't told you yet. Okay, I know you so well. Trizz. This nigga got mad one time, and sometimes he get on Twitter. He'll let people know why you don't like when people delete all they post off, and why you don't like when folks do the new year, new me, new project coming out?
Shit.
They clean they shit out and they make it seem like they got 3 posts that went hella viral.
If you are running a business or you are an artist, you are deleting your resume, nigga. If you go to my page, right now, I got posts from 2017 so niggas can see my growth.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on this in 2017. In 2024, this nigga's on this.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I do not go back and delete my shit. No, hell no. You gonna see how cracking my shit got from 2017 to 2024.
Even the quality in the photos, all the videos, nigga, and got better and all that.
My shit, you're going to see it. That's why I don't delete my old shit. I don't delete none of that. The only old shit I'll delete some old shit if it was some, like, if I did post a meme because I was faded one day and I just posted it, I'll delete some shit like that. But like my work,
eyesores. I love deleting eyesores.
I delete eyesores.
Yeah, because you know what it is too. Like, there was a certain period of time where, in the content space, if you wanted to get like one of those like little like I'm talking in the interview pieces, niggas was putting like hella text at the top, hella text at the bottom, and then they cut the shit off. Now when you see that, that shit looks such an eyesore because we're used to the full vertical video. I look at that and I go and delete. Or if it's something that I feel like, damn, I'm attracting the wrong type of customer, I'll delete that shit.
Oh, for sure.
Like for instance, when I have like posts where it's like producer this, it's like, no disrespect to any producers in here. But I don't want to talk to you niggas right now when I'm releasing a rap album. I'm releasing a rap album. You're not gonna want to, like, unless we plan on work, you're not gonna want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your debates about why you think FL Studio Slicer is worse than Slice X. Like, that has nothing to do with my current campaign. So if I pivot drastically, I'll get off of it.
Yeah, I totally
But
feel you.
I feel like there's a lot of people who do that shit because they're copying like artists that already have established platforms.
I try to tell niggas all the time, like, you'll go to an artist page, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see 2 posts, just 2. And it'll be of their album, and it'll be of their new single that they're dropping. And it's like, I get your angle, but that's not tight.
That's not you.
That's not you. It's not tight. Like, bro, that is like so corny.
People try to sell this shit to me about being mysterious. And I understand, like, wanting to attract. I understand everybody has a different business model. I get it. But, like, nigga, you can't be Kendrick.
You're not there yet.
You're not there yet. You don't got Dre back. You don't got the connections that come with being on Interscope. You don't got the Jimmy Iovine's in your pocket. And I think they forget they're so good at the marketing of him being mysterious that you know he's mysterious.
Yeah, exactly.
Real mysterious artists you don't fucking know because they're mysterious. They're not ever there.
Yeah.
You concerned about like a MF Doom. You concerned about whether or not
say MF Doom.
Is it really him on stage? Like that's how mysterious is. But and I'm not saying like it's a fake thing. I think he's a very private private dude. But I think that also they benefit off of the quality over quantity, the scarcity. They benefit off of that.
Because when you finally do pop out, it's like, oh,
it's
shit,
that much big of a deal.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But yeah, like I've always told people, like, you know, you're not there yet to be trying to move like that.
And you may not never be.
It's the same shit with motherfuckers got shows. Like motherfuckers wanna be super cool and they post the flyer one time and they in the text is like, pull up. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, nigga,
remember that meme that said you're not that guy?
You're not
that guy.
Yet.
You're not him. You're not there.
When I got a show coming up, I don't spam, but I do my best to try to get people to come out to the show.
Yeah. I'm
not, and especially if I got paid for it. You know what I mean? I get paid for my shows. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm trying to do all that I can to let these people know, like, I got people at the promoter that I got people coming to see me.
Right.
So I try to do the most. You know what I'm saying?
See, for shows, when I was still out there doing the shows, like my thing was in the last shows, the thing I was focused on was how can I tell you about this show without having to post this ugly ass flyer?
Oh, sure, man.
All right, and I'm not saying ugly ass flyer, not anything specific. I mean every flyer is ugly on Instagram. I don't care how beautifully designed. I don't care who designed it.
Yeah.
Every flyer is
gets
ugly.
The least amount of likes.
They act like the algorithm don't know.
The algorithm knows when you say check out, when you say check this out, or you say
check my bio, link in bio.
Instagram knows, and they'll
demote that shit.
They'll demote it. They'll demote it immediately.
And if they see, they're able to pick up on this whole like. And the thing is, like there was a point in time where the algorithm did a thing where it said, "I'm not going to show you to your full audience. I'm going to test it on the audience that's the 10% that consumes the majority of your shit. If they don't fuck with it, I'm not boosting this out to nobody else." So if that's the case, what I was trying to do is like, all right, so instead, I did these little backyard videos where like I'll go out in the backyard, set the camera up, and I was like, I got the microphone, and I'm like, by the way, I got a show, like real casual shit to where aesthetically I would want to replay it even after the show's over with. But what I started figuring out was like, I started questioning whether or not Instagram is the platform to run those flyers and things like that, because niggas wasn't seeing it until 2 days after the show came up, because it's just not in chronological order on the timeline.
Straight up.
So it's
you
like
got motherfuckers that'll be like, "Oh, when you coming to Utah?" And it's like, "Nigga, I was there 2 days ago."
There.
Like, the algorithm is so fuck. Also,
let
me put this out there, nigga. I don't do collab posts. Instagram knows what you're doing. So if Curtis King be like, "Trizz, we finna post this shit," like, nah, I don't want to collab with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's nothing personal. Instagram knows what you're trying to do. You're trying to collab you guys as followers together to try to get more likes. I'm not doing that. And like, a lot of people, like I'll post a new joint that involves other people, and I have to text them and let them know I'm not gonna tag you, bro, and it has nothing to do with that. I want more people to see it.
Yeah.
When you tag people, it limits the amount of people that's going to see it.
Cause you know what I started you know what I at first I didn't agree only because like I do understand that when Instagram rolls out a new feature, they want you to use it, so they start promoting those to show you that the function exists.
Yeah.
But I just dealt with this, and this is not in any way putting my the producer I worked with on blast, but because he was cinematography, because he was doing so many remixes, Instagram was like, I don't want to say the word shadow banning, but they weren't necessarily prioritizing him because of how many community strikes and all of that shit.
Sure.
So when we collabed, I looked at the first 15 to 20 minutes and I was like, oh, I know what this is.
For sure.
This shit's gonna flop.
For sure.
So I told him, I was like, I think they've deprioritized your account because of whatever the history's been on that. So for that case, I'm not gonna be collab posting on this.
Yeah.
So I'm like literally changing my tone on that because I collab post with you on a really indie though.
Yeah.
But I think it works when you got two accounts that already get motion on their own. But when you got someone that kind of uses it as like a fucking Dropbox.
Yeah.
Or like a locker for photos and a locker for like any videos. It doesn't know how to push that out because it's like you got an audience that's very different from this person because they don't really have an audience.
And then also what helps is being interactive with your following. Like, let's say you comment on my post, I'll respond and be like,
you always
thanks.
do. Yeah,
exactly, because that builds the algorithm. So like, I may even tell like this is a cheat code, or you can call it corny or whatever. But like, I may hit up people close to me and be like, "Hey, comment on my shit," because it don't matter because it's gonna build the algorithm. Because once Instagram knows that people are interested, then they'll start showing your followers. Feel me? Like we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you'll see a post that shit was posted 2 days ago, and it's like, damn, nigga, like I wanted to show this motherfucker today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that's why like
you gotta play it.
Yeah, that's why when and I learned this from my wife because she does really well with her content on her nail business. What she taught me is that anytime I have a post go up, like a reel, first thing I'm doing is hitting the stories up and I'm sharing it to my own stories. And then I'm putting like one of their stickers that says new post because all the folks who are not going to get hit by the news feed will get hit by seeing that up there. Like, oh, he got some new shit up there.
Yeah.
But also too, like anytime they release a new function, just have it in your mind, I'm going to use this shit once.
Right.
Because that's going to be the strongest it ever is when it first comes out. Right. But yeah, like there's things like you learn when you really are active in it. That's why when I'm telling artists, like, you better jump into content creation as soon as you can, even if you don't have the right camera, because you got to learn this shit. This shit that changes within 2 months. Yeah, it ain't like the same Instagram.
It's a very strategic game when it comes to posting. Like, it's not just about posting. Like, I use the least amount of text that I can while I've been promoting my album and my single.
Damn.
Like the first post I did, I was like, you can't put new single.
You can't sell it. You can't sell it. You got to talk about it. You can't sell it. You got to talk. That's hard sometimes because it's like, what the fuck else am I supposed to say? Like,
bro, soon as they know you like trying to sell something, Instagram is like, nigga, watch out.
Nigga, what you think we doing here?
Like, Instagram already they presented a platform for you to share your shit with the world. Yeah. So that's what they feel like they're giving to you for free. You gotta think the platform ain't free. So you gotta pay for something.
They want you paying for ads.
Exactly. That boost post link right there. That's what they want you. Yeah. You want your 30,000.
You want to get this shit off
on the real.
That's where, to me, that's where it makes sense. If I have a promoter that's put me on a show, I'm gonna post it up on the stories all day long. I'm gonna post it up, close to the date and all. I'm gonna follow whatever guidelines it is, but that shit's coming down ASAP after the event is over. But if we're running ads on it, oh yeah, all day long. Because at least we know that we're targeting a 50-mile radius of the place that it's going to be at, like strategically. Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of folks miss in the process.
Yeah, and like even when I promote singles or I promote shows and stuff like that, I try to do something different than just looking at the camera like, yo, I got a show coming out, all that shit. I try to create a scenario like, Nigga, me pulling up to the liquor store, nigga hopping out the car like, hey, yo, make sure y'all, because it gives this mystique like, oh, what the fuck is this nigga about to do? You know what I mean? I try to create them type of environments when I promote shit.
And that's the dope thing about our era is that like anything could literally be content.
Straight up.
You got the right camera, you got everything set up. It's like, no, that's something that they reward. There was one thing I was gonna say when you were talking about this. I should slip my mind, but yeah. You got to be careful about those buzzwords. Anything that sounds like anything that makes you feel like you a 1950s marketing somebody who's marketing like a product like never before seen. They know all that shit. Like new and innovative, new song. They know all that.
They already
shit.
know the words, so you got to be able.
No
to
buy now, no none of that. Because anything that looks like that, they're like, oh, you trying to take advantage of the platform.
You're using our platform to try to make money, and if you're not giving us none of that bread, then guess what?
Why would we promote that?
If you notice, a lot of people, y'all should notice, like, the shit that you're not promoting, the shit that has nothing to do with your business, get the most looks.
Yep.
I'll post a picture of a cup, that shit get 1,000 likes. I'll be like, this is some bullshit right here. Like,
wait a minute, not the shit that I worked on, put my heart and soul into. That's the shit that I got to pay money to get in front of people.
Bro, I'll be looking at my story. I probably average on my story, like daily, I probably average maybe like 400 to 500 people that look at my shit on my story. But let me post some bullshit. I'm talking about some BS.
Plummets.
That shit, it goes crazy.
Bro, well, you say it goes crazy. No, I'm saying for me, it's the opposite with not those random posts that you post, but when I repost.
Oh yeah.
Because I like to like put up like if I see an inspiring post, I'll see some like inspiring words or a meme, I'll repost it. That shit killed all kind of fucking views on my Instagram stories. So like it's those kind of things that you hate to be like obsessive over them, but you gotta pay attention to that shit because it's gonna be the reason why you're not converting the way that you're looking to convert when you're trying to get your music out there. But you gotta be aware of these things, and you don't want to walk around there scared. But you gotta be creative.
You gotta be creative.
Oh no! How dare us be creative? Oh no!
Yeah, that shit can be hard trying to be creative too. Like. That shit is a struggle in itself.
Says a person that came in here with this song called Alpine. Like says it's hard to be creative. This is what you do for a living. Look, so we talked about those topics. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about rollouts? I know there's a question in here, and I want to make sure we get that from said. But anything else you want to kind of bring up about rollouts? And if you guys got questions, please ask them in here.
Yeah, like as far as rollouts go, I like we were talking about, be creative, do something different, do something that steps outside of the box, step outside of your comfort zone. Like that type of shit is what stands out. And don't spam. Don't become annoying to your following.
Funny thing is, that's the question right here. How do you find the balance between spamming and getting out the word about your project?
Time frame. That has a lot to do with it. Like when it's so in my face, it's kind of like the dude outside this. It's kind of like the kid outside the store that's trying to sell you chocolate. You know what I mean? It's like you already know what that. You already know. What's the word I'm looking for? When you walking in the store and you see that kid outside or whatever, you already know what's coming when you leaving. Yeah. So it has to like give something that's unexpected. You know what I mean? Give something that catches them off guard.
Conversations you wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Say, excuse me, Pop. Hi, Pop. Say excuse me. All right.
Yeah, no. When you catch people off guard, they're more receptive to whatever it is you selling them or trying to give to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not so in your face with it. Like everybody know, I always say like, nigga, you ain't gotta fuck with my shit. You feel me? Like I try to make it seem like I don't care if you fuck with it or not. Like,
and then they fuck with you more.
Exactly.
Because of that.
I also stay away from caps. Like I don't cap. A lot of people be like, check this out. Like, bro, chill out, bro.
Why you yelling at me?
Yeah, like
why are you yelling right now?
Yeah, like you don't gotta be. Like be very comfortable in what you're selling.
Sure.
Be very comfortable, because when you comfortable with it, then it's easier to sell. Because then they more receptive to it. Like, oh damn, what he got? You know what I mean? So all I gotta say about that is be more unexpected and be more spontaneous about it. You know what I'm saying?
See, something I want to add to that, and I think you made a great point. I just want to piggyback off that point. Is like think about it from how you like to be sold to and how you don't like to be sold to. Nobody likes going to Walmart and hearing my man's in the black and gray shoes, bro. Them shits is crazy. I like, hey man, can I talk to you about your cable?
It's like, come on, bro.
Come on. No, he'll say that to you. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's talk. Who you with? Spectrum or
Verizon,
or Frontier, Verizon?
Yeah, nah. Whenever it feels forced, it is very uncomfortable. Like, think about those dudes in the damn mall that be trying to clean your shoes.
Hold on. As soon as you said them dudes in the mall, my brain already heard the rest of that sentence.
You already knew.
Hey, my man's in the green Jordans.
Yeah, them niggas. That shit is annoying as fuck. And I understand they trying to get them bread, but like, in order to sell a project or sell a product, you can't be trying to force feed it to them. You feel me? That shit is very like, you just gotta think like a consumer. Think like somebody who would be trying to buy somebody's shit. That's how I look at it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? I low-key get myself in trouble, though, sometimes thinking like a consumer because I realize, like, I'm not the average consumer, too. Yeah. Because I know so much about, like, when I'm being sold to, I get really fucking annoyed. Yeah. When I feel like a nigga's, like, running a play right in front of me and I can see the whole funnel that he's trying to play out, like, let me qualify you right here. Okay, let me see what your pain points are. Like, now that I know that, I don't do that shit with me because I'm like, for instance, a dude called me the other day. For a gym that's around here that my wife goes to. I'm waiting for this other gym to open up near me. All right, cool. They haven't opened up yet. He calls me. He's like, hey, man, we saw that you came in on a guest pass with your wife, man. You know, just wondering, like, if you wanted to, take advantage of this deal. I was like, nah, I already got a gym over here. We just waiting for it to open. Man, I heard it's going to be packed over there. Nigga, what the fuck?
What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm already annoyed with you. And he's talking about some, well, I heard, I said, I got shit I'm doing right now. I can't talk about this right now. But it wasn't so much the frequency of what he said. It wasn't so much what he was saying. It was how he was saying it and at the timing that he was saying it. Because it's like the audacity of you to think you know more about my life than I know and what's good for me.
Offer you to pull out your wallet.
Off me to pull out my wallet. So if I just say, you know what, you're right, I'm gonna pay with, even though knowing that gym is stupid busy, like why? So I think that those same thing apply, but then also too, don't be like me where you're so hypersensitive to the needs of other people that you start being scared to push your shit.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Because I've gotten there too, where I'm like, damn, I'm doing too much.
Oh, for sure, you're gonna always be that way when it comes to pushing a product.
But
you feel me? You don't want to step on toes when you're trying to sell something.
But then also too, like, how do you know what too much is until you've done it?
That too, you got to try different ways. You feel me? You gotta test the waters. There's so many posts that I know I just said that I don't delete posts, but there's been so many situations where like I thought I had a good idea about promoting a certain product, and then like I was like, oh, this is kind of lame. Let me delete this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you want your shit to be the best. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you want it to be the best. Like
you want it to represent what you've been working on, man. It's people in the mall who clean your shoes. Is that a West Coast thing? It might be.
No. I mean, I've been in other
Atlanta
states.
I think Atlanta got that, don't it? I feel like I saw it on ATL.
It was.
Like I seen it on that.
Yeah. But I mean, they do that everywhere.
You'll never miss them. I don't know last time you been to the mall but they aggressive.
They are aggressive.
It's the same fucking brand too. They must all go to the same pyramid scheme meetings.
I bought it one time. I did because. No, straight up, I did. I have bought it before.
It's these niggas in one room and it's the other ones with the knives in the other one.
Oh man.
I know you know about that because they almost got my ass right out of high school. They was like cut coat, yeah. They almost got me, Trizz. Oh, they got me. They was like, you need a job, huh?
They got me too.
They was like, you need a job,
they
huh?
was just looking for $1. Like, you feel me?
They got me in there. I kid you not. I think the first thing I saw was these laminated posters with pyramids on them. I said, oh.
Bro. No, when I came home and told my mom I got a job, and I told her what it was.
But that's funny as fuck. Oh shit!
No, when she was like, "Oh, you did?"
You
like,
got a job.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of you, baby. Where you working at? Where you working at?
Cutco, she was like,
It's comedy because he really do be like that.
Bro, I was so hyped that first of all they sell it to you again.
Oh, they sell the shit out of you.
Again, they sell it to you. Oh, you can get $16 an hour and shit. You know, back then, 2009, 2008, that was cool.
Bro, I got dressed for this bitch.
Bro,
I got dressed for this shit. I was in a suit to go work for fucking Cutco.
Bro, I went to a whole interview suited and booted.
Yeah,
and they telling me I'm finna get paid $16 an hour. The whole shit.
I'm like, damn, out of high school, this ain't finna be so bad. Wait a minute, what does commission mean?
Bro, what is commission?
What you mean by what does that mean? I mean, like, I get like extra when I sell?
That's what I was confused about. I was like, no, bro, I swear to God. So look, my first day, cause I went the first day.
Yeah.
Bro,
so you actually went through with it. I left the fucking interview.
Bro,
as soon as I heard these niggas in the other room doing the motivational clapping, I was like, oh, I can get the fuck up out of here. Bro, my pops wasn't wrong. My pops told me that shit was gonna be a pyramid scheme, and I left.
Bro, they picked me up or whatever, and I get in the car, and it's just me and this dude.
he the one they sent to you. Oh man, so
and it was
man, what are you into, man?
the car was full of boxes. Right? So
full of boxes he ain't sold. That's crazy.
So like he tell me this is when they lay it on you. They like, yeah, so we just gotta go door to door and just try to get these boxes off it. I'm like,
niggas trick me. Niggas trick me. Y'all trick me. What you mean we gotta go door to door? Where my 16 an hour?
Bro, soon as we took a break, nigga, I called mom's like, come get me. This is over with. Like, nigga, I've heard that story so many times. That's why it's so funny, because I just know, like,
you know exactly that energy. You know what's crazy? I had to take the bus home.
What?
Because it was I was living in Downey at the time. And they had this thing called a Downey Link. So like it was cheap to do it, but it was like, nigga, I got dressed.
Oh yeah, so he was on a bus in a suit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm for fucking Vector.
Vector, there it is right there. Vector. I was working for them too. I did that too. I did.
Have
Vector
me hot,
too.
like literally hot. In the middle of the summer, I'm like, damn, I'm out of school. I'm finna go over here. I'm finna fuck with Vector because Vector got a nice presentation. And
Vector.
Bro, I was talking
the name
Vector, and you remember them recruits that used to come to the high school? Yeah, I know we tailoring out, but this shit is hilarious. No. I used to have nigga, you ever have DeVry come to your school?
Yes. DeVry University.
Let me tell you this campaign this nigga gave me. This DeVry ass nigga came up to the front of the class and he was like, "See a lot of promising students in here, man. What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I want to be a rapper and a producer." And he was like, "All right." He looked at his phone. He was like, "You ever thought about making polyphonic ringtones?" My dumb ass Trizz, I was like, "That's a job? I can make music as a living." Like this, mind you, this is like 03. I'm 03. I'm getting out of high school, whatever. He's like, "Yeah, man, polyphonic ringtones. It's the wave of the future."
Oh my God.
Don't none of us fucking use no polyphonic ringtones. Imagine me having being a specialist in polyphonic ringtones in 2024.
Nasty business.
What?
bro, they was trying to sell us dreams.
Pops went up there, bro. This last thing I'm gonna say. Pops took me up there. And he started like, cause Pops, you know, he's in the educational field, right? He know all the tricks. So he was like, "So let me ask you this: how much money is he gonna be in debt by the time he finishes this?" Well, I mean, you know, we set him up with jobs. No, we're not worried about the job. How much debt? And I think the number was like $75,000 before I had a job.
Before you had a job.
That's how much debt I was walking out that door with,
bro.
With a degree from
you know. But you know what's crazy? They're selling something.
Yeah.
That's their way of selling their product, trying to get other people to get on board to sell their shit. That it all goes back to marketing. That's what it all goes back to.
So what would you take from that you look at and you say, I mean, I know that shit is misleading as fuck, but what would you take from that? Do you think that made it so, do you think that it was their marketing that made it so effective, or was it us just being young, dumb, and impressionable?
They were playing on the minds of young people that wanted to make money. because listen to how they sold it. They didn't tell me nothing about commission when I was at the interview.
Yeah.
They told all I heard was $16 an hour.
Almost blacked out.
$300 and some a week, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm with it. You feel me?
That's all you gotta tell me.
You feel me? So obviously that's how we thinking, and we thinking like, oh yeah, we're gonna go bust these 8 hours, and then we're gonna walk home with a check. And no, nigga, you gotta get these knives off.
Or you gonna walk home.
Yeah, so like,
not unless you got on Nikes, you ain't walking home with no check.
Straight up, like we sit and we laugh about it, but at the end of the day, that was a business.
That was a business,
and they still in business. So it's working.
How the fuck are they still in business?
It's working.
Niggas done had documentaries come out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
They survived the Everest years, the fucking Everest college years. They survived.
They survived a whole lot of shit.
DeVry, like it's crazy. You don't see no DeVries around no more.
Nah, for sure. Like commission-based jobs have been around for so long. Still around. And it's all about selling that product.
They was getting that shit off though, because I know for sure they almost had me. Then I remember, I never forget, I was sitting in that waiting room and they was like, Mr. Howard, just wait here. The representative come talk to you, the recruiter. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit official. I'm seeing a poster. I saw a fucking poster with a pyramid. And the next thing I know, these niggas were like, all right, man, let's clap it up now.
You think you got it?
I was like, no, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm getting right back on the Southeast bus and taking my ass back home to Lakewood Boulevard.
No,
this shit.
Straight up.
Man, so you know, I didn't want to tailor off too much into stuff going on in the industry, but there is one more thing that, it's unfortunate, man, because like you know, I haven't talked about this on my platform, but bro, this fucking Diddy shit, bro.
Oh man,
what the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
I mean, we ain't gotta step too much in that mud, but like,
oh man, See, the thing about the Diddy shit is it was so shocking because up until recently, we didn't have no proof.
Yeah.
It was all speculation. It was all, hearsay and rumors. So when that video came out, it was like, oh, this is really like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, there's no time frame on karma.
No.
It will come.
Somebody brought up a point about I was watching the documentary they had on TMZ where they was like, doing like the downfall of Diddy.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I've seen that.
Peep it out. So one thing they said in there gave me a lot of input too, because folks were criticizing like Kendrick and those people in the industry that are coming out now about Drake and some of like the inappropriate stuff and all that. Yeah. And one thing that was said, I want to say it was by old girl that was part of the group Danity Kane. She was like, when you're going after powerful people, you better not fucking miss.
You can't miss.
Because that's career suicide.
Yeah.
You won't get another opportunity to.
You can't miss.
You can't miss. So it's like timing is everything. And as much as it's like, oh, you're wrong for holding this information, bro, like it's crazy like the amount of artists that I meet, even in the independent space, that deal with a lot of bullshit independently and they never want to say anything because they know how small blackball. Do you think that's a real thing? Blackball? You think it's? I mean, especially nowadays, do you think it's as real of a thing? I
do believe that there is situations where a person could tell another person not to fuck with somebody, but do I think that they can completely stop your bag? No, I don't believe that.
Why is that?
Because I believe in God, and ain't nobody stronger than that.
That part.
And I'll tell a quick story real quick because it relates to the situation. When I think I told this on a podcast before, but I was opening up. I tried to open up for a Sean Healy show, and I didn't sell enough tickets. Let's just get right to it. I didn't sell enough tickets or whatever, and they told me like, oh yeah, we're gonna blackball you from doing shows in LA, this, that, and the third.
It's crazy.
Like, and then years later, they ended up they start paying me to do shows.
Remember that? Yeah.
Feel me? And they told me specifically, they used the word blackball. They was like, you're blackballed from doing shows in LA. And it's just like, nah, you just in your feelings and you want to tell somebody that I'm not good to work with because me and you had a misunderstanding or me and you had a bad relationship. But no, I don't believe in that because I don't believe that nobody can stop what God got planned for me. Like, I don't believe
that's facts. That's facts. God ain't done. God ain't gave up on me. So there ain't no way y'all can cancel me. Ain't no way that y'all can do any of that stuff.
I tell people all the time, like, I can't be. It's impossible to cancel Trizz. I can't be canceled. That's not ever gonna happen.
No, that's the funny thing that I feel like you ironically you and Trump got in common.
Oh yeah.
You know what happened when they try to cancel Trizz? You know what Trizz do? Double down.
I doubled down on what I said, nigga. I meant it. I said what I said. I was on MacWap TV.
Yeah.
And
shout out to MacWap.
And shout out to MacWap. They had asked me, oh, what would you do if your son came to you and told you that he was gay? And I was like, that nigga would have to move out. And I said what I said, nigga.
And they clipped that shit up, and that was content.
Yeah. I was like, I'm saying it again.
Right.
No, I don't have nothing against gays. No, I don't.
Yeah.
More power to you. I will be friends with you. We can hang out. I don't allow it in my household.
Right.
All right. If anybody want to take offense to that, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm entitled to my opinion just like anybody else is, and I said what I said, and if anybody get mad at that, they can be mad. But
well, let me ask you
this:
no
hate towards nobody.
Before anybody tries to get mad at that, the whole point of you having an opinion is having the ability to have your opinion. And if I make space for somebody else's, and I say, you know what, that's what your beliefs are, you gonna stand 10 toes on that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you have that ability. Don't take mines away in the process.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like,
that's why cancel culture never make no sense to me. Because I'm like,
culture don't make no sense.
I'm like, wait a minute, you want to cancel me, and I know this is gonna be a very wide point of view on it, but like, you want to cancel me for having a point of view that differs from the one that you hold passionately to you. Well, how much space are you leaving open to do the same thing for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's racist, unbiased, whatever the case may be, like, if you want to have the space, and I think a lot of that shit, honestly, it gets pushed by folks who are entitled. Yeah. A lot of folks who feel like my point of view is the only one that matters.
Exactly.
And life just don't fucking work like that.
And then it's like when the masses, when it's politically correct, then it's the safest place to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the safest opinion to go with when it's like, okay, this is what everybody agreeing on, and if I disagree with it, y'all gonna butcher me for it. You gotta have tough skin to have an opinion. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just what it is with me. Like, I'm never gonna censor myself. I said what I said, and I'm gonna always double down on what I said. I'm never gonna apologize for it.
I think, and I know that's the reason why we love you. That's the reason why your fans support you as strongly as they do, because they know, like, you're not gonna. Yeah, you're not finna switch it up because you're aligned with this person or because you're working with this person.
And I love everybody. Like, I just have my own personal beliefs. That's all it is. I have my own personal beliefs.
Man, so can I talk a little bit about this? You put it on the list. It's 11K.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. I want to talk about that.
What you want to know about that? Man?
Okay, so boom.
Direct to consumer, 11K.
Let's clap it up real quick for Curtis, homie. 11K on the independent, homie. I just want to say congratulations, bro. That is a blessing. Like, do you know how hard it is for an independent artist to make $11,000?
Let me zoom in on my eyes,
bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get the right camera.
No, for real.
Hold on. I need y'all to see.
11K, nigga. 11,000, boy.
Trizz, first of all, thank you. The shit that I find, like, really hilarious is that the same people that was on my head saying, like, what's not possible, which you can't pull out of this situation, are now the ones that are like, well, that shit only happened because you got a YouTube, and that shit only happened because of this, and it only happened. And I'm like, damn, I went from can't do to mutant.
For sure.
I went from can't do to, oh well, no, he can, because it's just excuses.
Oh, you only got that because of, bro. People always will try to find validation for why you succeeded in something. It's the same thing with the Illuminati and the same thing with conspiracy theories. God. It's like, oh, Drake is only rich and famous because he sucked a dick and this, that, and the third. Like, all right, bro.
It's because he worked for Vector and had a successful Vector.
That like, people need validation. People need validation for that 11,000. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And I did have a question though. What was the, like, how much money, you don't have to say it on here.
I'm saying
how much money do you feel like you had to put into it to get that 11K?
Being that I didn't run ads, I couldn't give you an exact number. All I can tell you is this. It was expensive to set up. That was the most expensive part. Getting the UPC codes individually for the albums and the physical albums versus the digital. Getting the website set up, getting everything, just getting the ISRC codes, and first of all, registering for that, having the 10,000 I have access to, cool, that's taken care of. The copyrights is something that becomes more expensive because we're conducting a business.
There's facts.
And there's a lot of things now, even like because I'm stepping up the physical.
Yeah.
Now that shit gonna cost extra money, but the way I'm looking at it is less about like how much money it costs and how good the margins are.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this like I'm a new business. So when I look at the 11,000, I'm like, well, part of that 11,000 was the distribution I had when I sent you all payments, and I sent off the different payments. Some of that is just to make sure that you replenish the things that you've already invested money into. But like, I was surprised by the margins, but I know the margins are good because I'm doing most of the fucking shit myself.
Right. For sure.
I'm video editing. I'm doing
everything.
the graphic design. I'm doing.
But that's what gets you 11,000. No,
that's what gets you in that position. Right.
So it's well worth it.
It is well worth it. But I'm starting to have a realistic point of view on that. We're maniacs. We are maniacs,
for sure.
And sometimes it takes you being next to somebody who's not a maniac to realize how much of a maniac you are. So when I see people who are like, for instance, I'm gonna share this one because this dude, and I gave him a pretty good answer too. Yeah. I left a comment on a top music lawyer. She does really super dope content.
I think did you do
did an interview with her? Yeah. She's on top of it. So she put up a video about direct to consumer. And I just put like 100 emojis and all of that. And then someone came in and said, man, I love what you decided to do. I love that you decided to do what you did. I'm just worried that losing even music playing apps on phones, you can't really put my download song in your playlist. Bandcamp is amazing, but almost no one uses it. How do you plan to have people listen to your music? And it wasn't just him. I don't want to single him out, but it's people who are like, well, what about new people? What about this? What about this? And I'm like, I don't think they recognize this is going to sound arrogant, and I'm okay with that. I don't give a fuck about the new people if I take care of my people.
You sound like me.
Because
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, okay, let's say, and this is what I pray and hope for. Let's say Curtis King becomes this global icon off of this shit, right?
Right.
Will you ever go back to streaming? Ever?
Why? That's what I keep asking myself is why would I go back to streaming? Is it because if you're selling me on convenience, well, I'm investing into somebody else who made their business model convenience.
Because what that person said, I don't totally disagree with.
Well, I got my response for you.
Okay, yeah.
So I told him, I said, I think before anyone can answer this question, it's important that you lay your own biases on the table and challenge them. I said, the notion that nobody, in quotation marks, uses Bandcamp is a perspective that doesn't serve a solution.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So I said, Bandcamp wouldn't have a business if hardly any listener used it, right? And I said, or that the inability to playlist a song is a deal breaker for all music listeners, which, by the way, is a narrative that was created by companies like Spotify so they could sell listeners on extra features. Like, now you can playlist. That's one of the biggest features when they first started selling subscriptions. And then I said, if I use my energy worrying instead of testing my theories, I would have never found the supportive community that I have now that allows me to make a living direct to consumer. So I get it that right now it's ugly, but because it's ugly doesn't mean that I should be scared shitless of trying.
Yeah, because one, if it works, don't try to fix it. You know what I mean? Don't fix what's not broken. So I totally understand that, but I understand the value, the point of let's just say like I'm riding down the street one day and I'm with the homie. He like, man, you gotta hear this new Curtis King. What do I do? Oh yeah, bam, man, run that shit. Like he plays it. All right, bet. Where can I get it? Oh shit, you gotta go get it from him. And that sometimes, and like you said, you don't give a fuck. I'm saying that could be a deal breaker. I gotta do what? I'm saying the hurdle I gotta jump over to go listen to it.
I love that you do this. I love that you said this.
I'm just saying, unless I really fuck with Curtis King, and I don't really fuck with him because I just heard it in the car. So it's like, I can go without.
I get it.
I'm saying, like, do you care about that fan? Potential fan.
I care about any human being that wants to go
the extra mile.
Any mile, right? To come check me out because I feel like I'm entitled to anybody's fandom.
Sure.
But let Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
For a piece of clothing, a shoe, something rare, just something, whatever you're into, right? Whether it's a car, and somebody tells you, I got a deal of a lifetime on this thing that you've been wanting. And it's something that is scarce. You can only get it from here. But I've done my job in the quality of it, and it justifies me taking that extra step. I've done my job. My thing is this. I was talking to Stevie about this. He called me randomly. I think about it like this. You can't just pop up at a museum with fine art. You can't just pop up there. You got to get dressed. It costs money to go spend money in these places.
Oh, I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure.
So my thing is this. If somebody is like,
that's a good point.
if somebody says, I ain't finna buy it. I ain't finna go to this nigga Bandcamp. What the fuck is Bandcamp? That's not my audience anyways. Now, the thing becomes, well, what happens when the noise becomes so loud? Glasses gave me this example one time. He said, Curtis, it's your job to make sure that you set up your own imaginary venue. That's your career. And you said you make that motherfucker so packed and that shit so jammed out, niggas can't walk past that shit without ducking their head in and seeing what's going on in there.
For sure.
So my job is, you don't think my music is worth that extra step? Make better fucking music then, Curtis.
Period.
Work with better producers. Now look at, I'm working with the Kayla Ellisons. Like now this makes me want to work with the Monamaris. Now look at me. I'm making better music than I ever made before. The convenience is one thing, but also I think part of the success of the direct-to-consumer is the fact that you can't get it everywhere.
And this is how I like to put it. I can get a steak at Chili's.
Oh, yeah.
But it ain't gonna be the same as Roof Chris.
Hell fucking no.
And that's
that's the bomb. That's the bomb. Boom. That's right there.
That's
yeah.
what I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like the Roof Chris steak is $150 for a reason.
Yeah. And it's not coming down. I don't care where the economy's at. Pun told me that one time when I was working at League of Stars. He told me one time, he was like, he was asking me about the price of somebody produced. He was like, I was asking about like if like a Timberland still is charging the same price. He was like, nigga, did the price of Mercedes came down yet?
Period.
I was like,
nah.
Rain, sleet, snow, inflation, deflation, don't matter what the fuck's going on. That shit is there. So my thing is this: if I truly believe in my art, this is the biggest test of it now. Because now I don't leave myself out. But at the same time, I always use the example of this too. Like Gucci is not finna put out a $4,000 scarf and say, you got to sit in line with everybody else to come spend your money. And then say, oh, by the way, if you want to go get it from Goodwill, they got the same scarf for $20.
It's a feeling you get when you get it from Gucci. That's what it is. That's what it is. When Nipsey had did the $100 album shit, he said what made him gonna do it is he was somewhere. Yes, they were
the cheesesteak place. It was a
cheesesteak place, and it was a sandwich
$100
that was
cheesesteak.
$100.
$100 cheesesteak.
He was like, why?
Yeah.
But the why ain't even that ain't even it. Nigga, it's mine. It's my product, and I say it's that good.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy it?
The audacity of it being, think about this, the audacity of it being 100 makes you now look in your pockets and say, I need to know what $100 cheesecake is like.
$100 cheesesteak tastes like. What the fuck this shit tastes like? Why is it that?
So the thing is, I'm willing to take, and I hope people understand that by now, I'm willing to take an infinite amount of arrows for this if it means that 2 albums from now, somebody says, I'm not saying that it's going to happen now already for you, but if somebody says, I'm buying Trizz's album, I just need to know how much money I'm paying for this. Yeah, I know he's charging $10, but I'm at least giving him 50.
Yeah.
So where the point where like, there was a point in time, I remember when Nipsey did the $100 album, I don't know if you remember, like months after he did that, I got activated. I was like, that shit inspired me to the point where I made a $100 box. It was like a little game box or whatever. And I put like my whole catalog and all kind of shit in there. DVDs of my music videos, socks and all of this. Shit didn't do well, but I remember he retweeted it. I remember Respect Magazine did an article on it. And that's all I had to see. Like that was the coast I had to see because I was like, this is the domino effect of the Ryan Leslie's, the domino effect of the Nipseys. Plant the seed, take the arrows so that one day it's not going to be such a thing. So then I released the Storm Symphony, and 8 people bought my album for $100 each.
Come on.
I had my entire career, maybe one person ever dropped 100 for something. So I look at that and I'm like, that I have to take the arrows. And if that means that I lose out on somebody who might have been a casual and could have been a diehard, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I asked the casual fan one time, and I asked him, I said, when Drake drops this album, if you could not go to Spotify and you could not go to Apple Music, and he asked you, because this is how it was for us. So when Tupac was going platinum, he went platinum because people got up, got dressed, went to the
really
store
went and got that from Warehouse Music and all that.
They're not scoping it on like, oh yeah, 1,000 streams mean a sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you buy Drake's album?
Would you get up and buy that album?
Would you get up and go buy it?
And not even so much
different.
about Drake. Would you buy this Drake album?
Exactly.
Based upon the singles that you got, based upon who you see he was working with, would you buy this? And now, how do you feel about buying this album when you're seeing all these fucking reference tracks dropping?
Exactly.
Whose album am I buying now?
Because in the 90s, we bought albums because the single was banging. I would only buy that record because number 2 is the song that I wanted. Because I couldn't
Ain't no other way to get it.
I couldn't pull out my phone and go, oh yeah, I'm finna just listen to this. No, you had to go buy that, and then you'll find out what the other 17 tracks was.
See?
So what I'm like, your average fan would not do it. That shit fucked me up. It was like, nah. Cause you gotta think, like, with the economy, this is not the first time the economy's been bad. That shit happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? So there was a time when people was releasing music, and in order to go get that song, other than listen to 92.3 The Beat, you had to go to Best Buy to go get
that shit.
Feel what I'm saying?
Whether it's a single or the actual CD itself. But you know what I think is a big lesson, and I had a feeling already based upon the way, like, when a movie is a blockbuster these days and it really takes off, it don't need a whole bunch of steam. Social media does all the promotion for it. Like, when you think about how Get Out, how much, like, I know it was a major production movie, but it was no predictions that Get Out was going to be the cultural shit that it was, like the cultural, like shockwave that it was. But when those moments happen, they happen so naturally. What I learned from seeing that people will show up for art that you take your time with, even if everybody else is not, that gave me an idea of, like, no, take your fucking time, make the best shit you can make. And then also, too, who won between Kendrick and Drake? When you have Drake, who came, after like that, he came out. I got records for you. I got records. And he made him wait. Kendrick made not only him wait, but every listener around wait.
He built the
I'll drop when I fucking want to drop.
He built the anticipation.
And then when I drop,
that was all strategy.
No debate.
That was all strategy.
So I think about that, and I say maybe that's the only way that we have the power to flip some of that lazy consumer behavior. We got to make them work a little bit. But it's no different from when you got a show and you're like, I'm going to have this special merch only at this show. And if you don't come to this show, I'm not mailing this shit out to you. So I think there's a level of exclusivity. And the thing is, I don't have the answer, the one size fits all for everybody. But at the same time, I'm not around here like fucking being so worrisome that I'm not figuring nothing out.
Yeah, and then I also I admire the fact that, like, you don't worry about the money. Like, my mom always preached that to me, like, whenever I'm going through it financially or anything, first person I talk to is mom.
Mom's,
like,
yeah.
Mom, it's ugly, like she tell me straight up, like, nigga, stop worrying about the bread and get to work.
That's
work.
a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, just work. Like, when you just said, shit, 8 people bought my album, like, for $100. Feel me? That's $800.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about if 1,000 people is gonna buy it. I'm not worried about if this, that, and the third is gonna buy it. If I'm worried about 1,000 streams, what's 1,000 streams? 5 cents?
Bro.
Like, you were worried. You were more so worried about your product, and that should resonate.
And your ego, because you gotta put that in there. Is that the fact that your numbers is out there for everybody to see?
Yeah.
You kind of like putting yourself, to bring the whole thing full circle. You kind of putting yourself out there and saying like I'm showing you that my visuals, that my music quality is top tier, and nobody's fucking with me.
Straight up.
Why don't your numbers reflect that?
Yeah.
Why? My question is, why are you judging it based upon the numbers and not upon the art? Because I put myself in a situation where I allowed you the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
So now with the shit being on Bandcamp, I look at it like this: like, no, you got to walk into my store.
Yeah.
and you don't get to just listen to the shit because you want to listen to the shit. Well, nigga, who do you think you are? Exactly. You don't have to come in here.
You don't have to come in here.
And that's even better because now we don't waste each other's time.
That's some cold shit.
But whoever does, let me tell you this. This is the thing I haven't said about this whole part of it, and it's probably a lot of folks who are in here who recognize this. Once you go over on this side and you do decide to buy, I take care of you.
Yeah.
Right. People who bought that box, the VHS box.
Yeah.
Nigga, they have a 30% discount for the rest of their buying. From Curtis King forever. Merchandise, shows, whatever I do. 30% off forever. Yeah. And it's like those type of things are when incentives, but also showing like, yo, I value your business. Yeah. I'm not finna treat you how like some folks treat folks that stream, and it's not their fault because they can't put a face to the streams. Yeah.
I mean, major businesses do that. Being a platinum member to a business gives you certain perks that don't give that they don't get an average customer. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Like you always got to make your customers, your fans feel like they are a part of the Curtis King family.
Right.
Like
right.
I bought this album. I tuned into the live streams. I did all of this. Like, and that gave me something that you don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be a part of the Curtis King community, that gives somebody the feeling of like, man, I am with Curtis. I'm part of the team.
Peep this.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever get that VHS ever again. Because it's limited.
Bro, it's limited edition. Limited edition is... Bro, limited edition is...
It's done. We had that experience, but if you want the album, I'll make sure I package it up for you, get you the album. But that's it.
50 years from now...
You the only ones that got that.
The only one that got that.
Once again, I'm playing the game of rabbit versus the hare.
Yeah.
Right? Or the tortoise versus the hare. Excuse me. Tortoise versus the hare. I'm being the tortoise in this, and I understand that the results are not gonna always be sexy. It took 6 months to get to a point where I'm like, I just looked up one day. I wasn't even planning on this shit. I was like, I wonder how much community that I've made from physicals, from all of this. And I was like,
oh, so you weren't even thinking about it.
I wasn't even thinking about, like your mom said. I wasn't even thinking about this. I was thinking of like, if I can stop being so obsessive about the vanity statistics and all the numbers that everybody else thinks are sexy, if I could just look at this and say, yo, how do I make these 200 people the most happy for committing to a Curtis King experience? Well, I got to up the packaging.
Yeah, straight up.
I got to up this. I got to make sure the music is even better. You know what? I got to make sure that if I'm the product, I got to make sure that I'm forever evolving into a point where if I was on the outside, I'd want to support me.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I'm just sitting here and I'm comfortable because I made this money, like, to me, that doesn't make collaborators want to work with me. I want folks, like, when we work together, bro, I want it to always be something where it's like, I know when I fuck with Curtis, we're gonna break bread.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be no like we'll just leave it up to the fucking splits and the streaming. Like, I know we're gonna break bread, and it's gonna be I want it to be that. Because it's like, you know how many artists that I've talked to that were like, I'm getting paid for this. Producers who were like, I'm getting paid for this. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you getting paid for this. Yeah. We're selling music. Yeah.
Even times when I came out here and you gave me a little something for the gas and everything, like all that type of shit, like. Yeah. It keeps a person like, damn, he's serious about his business. He's professional. Like all that shit is very important. You feel me? Like to care about somebody's work. Yeah. Like you appreciate my work enough to like compensate me for it, and that you can't buy that. Come on, now. Love and respect. That's real.
But you know what it is? I remember what it's like to be on the other side of it when people didn't respect that shit.
Oh, for sure.
I remember that vividly. Where you working with people and it's like, damn, I spent my last to come out here and fuck with you.
And you see them making money. That really fuck you up. What?
How about a nigga that got rapping over your beat about how much money he making? Nigga rapping over your beat about how much money he making.
About how much loot he getting. He ain't breaking you off. That's sick.
Meanwhile, you working for Vector. No, not for real. But man, I want to bring this all home, bro. Is there any more talking points that you want to get to, man? The things that are on your mind that you want to kind of lay out there? Because I think you man, it's always a pleasure to have you here, man. I hate how fast these episodes go because I end up being like, damn, when we gonna do episode 4? But any last thoughts on this one?
Shit, nah. I just want to keep going. I want people to go get the album when it come out in July. It's a whole lot of questions that a lot of motherfuckers been wondering and everything like that. And I answer everything on the album. I was very transparent. like we were talking about earlier, I put it all in the music. I got very emotional. I cried making this album and shit. Like I did a whole lot of shit.
We getting that album from you.
Oh yeah, I went through all of the emotions that you could like imagine. I mean, nigga, I was in rehab, I was in therapy, I did everything, shit like nigga going through a divorce and all that shit. Like I put all that shit into the music. You know what I'm saying? And so like when people hear it, they'll be able to understand what's going on with Trizz.
Well, you already know when it's that time, when it's release time, you got new music or whatever. We're going to be right back here for more conversations. I appreciate your transparency, bro. I appreciate you giving as many gems as you do. And everybody who's been in here, thank you so much for being in here. You already know. Like, look, this is really indie though.
Really indie.
I keep saying no. Really, you know. Matter of fact, we might as well end off on that one. That's a good way to end. But man,
play that.
I gotta make sure. Let me see what is it down.
Really indie though.
I
like the new setup too. This is amazing.
It's good. It's a lot more room. I'm trying to work with it.
Getting money, y'all. Curtis getting this bread.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm listening to Mom's advice. I ain't looking no more. I'm just working, bro. I'm
Curtis
just fucking working.
Dollar bill.
Shit, I'm telling you, by the time like this, bro, like this week, I might have took an afternoon off. I just have to put my head down and be like, all right, this is what you asked for.
Yeah, man, Curtis in that contract, man. I'm trying to sign a death row, man.
Shit. Give me some time. Bro, I do feel like at some point in time, like I know we always talk about working on music. That's gonna happen off top. But I feel like at some point you're gonna give me the keys. You're gonna give me the keys, and I'm gonna run a marketing campaign for you.
Please do.
It's gonna be something, and I'm gonna do the visual shit too.
Executive produce Curtis King album.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play. Every time we talk about doing it, this nigga's like, oh yeah, after I finished the this collab album that I just did, bro, you know, niggas about to go on tour real quick. Like you always got some shit. One question I got for you before you play this. You know what I think is something that you mastered, especially at your age, that I wasn't able to master? Your networking.
Oh hell yeah.
Your ability to like, I've seen you say like, yo, I just met this dude, and then a month later, y'all doing a project together.
Oh yeah, word. Yeah, I have to network. I have to go outside. That's one of the best pieces of advice that I can give to people is like, go outside, shake them hands, go to them shows, go to your local bar, go to all them places and talk and network.
But what does that look like though? What do you looking to build? I mean, I know this is a weird shit because it's like you just meeting people. But like I think a lot of folks, especially creatives, they spend so much time in their studios. They spend so much time by themselves or their circle, and when they get out, they feel like hella awkward being around people. I think for me, it was like, I don't know if I wanted to say the wrong thing. Like I didn't have enough not giving a fuck as I have right now. It'd have been a lot easier if I had the mentality that I have now. But I think a lot of times I got in these circles and I was like, niggas gonna think I'm weird. Like I don't do like who you the fuck are you and like I just don't know. I got in my head about it.
Yeah, I try not to ever bring up music. Like whenever I'm networking, I try to let that be the last conversation we have. Like one person that I met was Nip. I had met Nipsey at this seminar he was doing 1500 or nothing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it was just like, hey man, what's going on, man? My name is Trizz, you know what I'm saying? Much respect. I really enjoy what you do.
Right.
I'm not trying to big myself up. I don't want anything from you.
This is not a funnel. This is not a sales pitch or nothing like that.
What's up? You feel what I'm saying? And then you always gotta make sure you say your name. What's up? I'm Trizz. Shake his hand firm.
Yeah.
He see you later on. Like, oh shit, this nigga Curtis King got a
you
podcast.
Really out?
You out here doing it. Yeah. And then they look at it like, you was so subtle when you met me. Why you ain't tell me all that shit when we talk? Like, man, because I'm not on that.
You told me though. Has that ever backfired? Where you didn't tell somebody who you was?
Oh yeah.
You ain't gotta say no names, but I'm like, have you ever had a situation where because you were like being modest?
Oh yeah.
Niggas get hot because you like.
Yeah, I've done that, and then like another nigga came up and started popping his shit to the person.
That's Trizz. You know the fuck this nigga Trizz is.
Bro, I've had motherfuckers come up and pop their shit, and then they so receptive to their conversation now, and they like, oh, this nigga hard. Like, nigga, I'm way better than this nigga, but I'm not even finna speak on it. But networking is very important.
Man, it is.
Gotta
It
talk to the
is.
people.
You got to talk to people. All right, well, let me play this record, man. Trizz, the homie Tommy Tenderoni said, would Trizz come through for a listening party?
Yeah, hell yeah, we could do that.
That's easy.
Let's do that. Oh yeah.
Let's arrange that. You let me know the timing and all of that. That's gonna happen.
Sure. Hell yeah.
All right, we're gonna end this with really indie though. DIYers, I appreciate all your input. I appreciate y'all being here. It's a really indie conversation. We don't have a set schedule, but damn it, when we show up giving value and ready to do so. But really indie though. Let's end it out with this. Produced by Gemini. This aged well. I'm glad this did.
It did. It aged very well.
Bitch, I'm really indie though. Bitch, I'm really indie though. You could not reach me on your tippy toes. Somebody stop me, bitch, I'm finna blow. Bitch, I'm really indie though. Bitch, I'm really indie though. I ran a bag up on them physicals. Then got it back, then I did the most. I am not a household name, but I rent a home. My 9 to 5 consists of making songs that are spiritual. I used to make music inside a bedroom that was minimal. And down in California off a Lakewood and Imperial. I didn't have a budget, so it must have been a miracle. I did it with no corruption, and to me that point is pivotal. 20 years deep, and see I still ain't reached my pinnacle. Making indie look good, I'm a DIY centerfold. Please pull out your camera. This my picture pose. Seen rappers get signed because the grind was too difficult. Don't pay me no mind, that longer route was so intentional. It was all a design, and that's why I can sell these physicals. I'm really indie out my pockets even when it's slow. My money low, but now my palms feeling itchy though. I took my music off that streaming with a fishing pole. I took a stand and they can't stand, I ran up intervals, I've been a go. Bitch, I'm really indie though. Bitch, I'm really
Trizz got me out here rapping ratchet, doing hood rap things with my friends. That's Trizz.
Stop me, bitch, I'm
Look, let me say one thing about this. I said, sometimes what you don't know about my process, I'll say a hook and I'm like, nah, would the Curtis King demographic understand this?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
That's the kind of shit I listen to. You saw when you came in this shit I be listening to. I'm listening to I was like, nah, is that gonna be like, is that gonna look weird?
Yeah.
I stopped caring about that.
Yeah.
But when I started saying that hook, I said, fuck that, I'm putting Trizz on this too.
Up.
And you said, wait. What you said when you sent that back, you was like, damn, should I tame this shit down?
Y'all, on the real, I was like, damn, cause I was like, I know your vibe. That's why I was like, damn, bro, do you want me to like chill a little bit? But
No.
you was like, no, man, do you? That
vibe is
sure.
gone.
Yeah,
Trizz.
yeah.
That vibe is gone.
He's like, I'm coming with all of it. Yeah.
You remember that last year when Kobe was like, he wasn't even like fighting no more?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Bynum. Andrew Bynum was throwing up threes. He was like,
well, it is what it is.
I'm not saying I'm at the end, but I'm saying I'm at the point where we got to stop. Fuck all that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm really indie though. Bitch, I'm really indie though. I ran a bag up on them physicals. Then got it back, then I did the most.
Hey, I'm really indie though, the grind is really in me, bro. All this money I'm getting, I done got plenty hoes. I bought a whip and some chronic selling these physicals. You doubt it, bitch, I'm bout it, I'm really down to get physical. They on my dick like the doctor at a physical. Effortlessly spitting this gospel, my shit is spiritual. I'm trying to get me $1, fuck being lyrical. I'm climbing to the highest, the heights till I reach my pinnacle. I was down to risk it all, I took it far. I was down to starve, I walk when I ain't have a car.
Straight up.
I'm so out of this world, sitting on Mars. I wish upon a star to make me more than a star. Straight up, cause I'm destined to be a legend. The best is yet to come, I've been doing what they ain't expecting. I was broke, but I refused to accept it. Young, black, and talented, so niggas gon' respect it, nigga.
Bitch, I'm really indie though.
So Tone said, turn this music down real quick.
You could not reach me on your tippy toes.
Tone said something. I don't know how he feel about this. Trizz be busy and shit. You know what I mean? Trizz, homie Tone, man. Shout out to Tone from anytime you go to Bakersfield, man. This is my guy. He said I need a collabo album. He said
Oh,
Indie
yeah.
Kings.
Oh,
Trizz ain't gonna do no collab album
what?
with me,
You
man.
sound crazy.
Trizz ain't gonna do no
Word.
collab album
What?
with me, man. Trizz, you feel me? Like, unless that shit attacks
Bro.
right off, Trizz ain't finna rap with
Bro,
me.
you better stop.
Trizz, you know what I'm saying? Curtis ain't got that funk, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, stay with your lyrical,
got that
spiritual
funk,
rapping
no.
ass.
No, we could definitely do that. We got so many endeavors.
That would be fire, bro.
Bro, come on, man.
No, and it's funny because we talked about that last year too. Like, nah, we for sure. But yeah. Somebody Gnostic said it got to happen. That's gonna be a crazy project.
Nah, we'll do it. I'm with it.
Man, all right. Well, we're gonna end it out here. DIYers, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Obviously, all of the information to connect with Trizz and all his different platforms is there in the description. Really appreciate y'all. I'll actually be back here for another live stream tomorrow. We're doing Critique My Beats. Yes, that's 6 days of content now. 6 days. Yeah. Because Sunday in here yet. Lord Jesus. Really Indie Though podcast. I'll see y'all soon.